Psychic Reading Sundays is on, like Donkey Kong. I don't know. What is it? Alright. Okay. Getting some cards ready. See who joins live. Say hi. Let me know you would like a psychic reading. Say yes, please, Hannah. And it's only if you're live, right? So, important to remember that you have to be live to receive a reading, but also remember that if you are watching the replay and you're like, I missed out, I want you to close your eyes, ask a question. What is it that I need to know? Or if you've got a specific question, and then you can literally like just scroll through, like just randomly, you know how you can move like the scroller thing and fast forward through to the video and just stop it at a particular place and listen for the message and see what message wants to come through for you, because there's always a message if you're listening closely. Life is always speaking to you if you're listening and listening closely, like if you're open to receiving the messages. Yeah, so life is always speaking to you. All right, so who would like a psychic reading? Say yes, please. Hey, Leanne. All right, getting some decks ready. Yes, you may have a card, Leanne, because you're live and you asked. Okay. Mirror. Mirror, who or what is triggering you? Yeah? Mirror, mirror on the wall. Who is the fairest of them all? Mirror, mirror. What is your mirror showing you? What is going on in your reality that is showing you something that you need to pay attention to? Yeah? I'm getting the message for you, Leanne, too. It is deep, deep down. Yeah? Something deep is surfacing for you. Like, I feel like it's really deep and really big surfacing for you right now. So if you're not quite sure what that is, maybe you could just meditate or ask to be shown clarity. But whatever is triggering you and whatever's surfacing is really, really big and deep. Yeah? That's the message for you. Yes, Tammy. Okay, guys, as you join to say yes, please, you'd love a card. You're jumping on nice and early. So, Tammy, this one's for you. Be gentle with yourself. Yeah? Be gentle with yourself. Stop berating yourself. That little lamb that she's carrying or he's carrying on the shoulders, it's like, can you give yourself a break? Yeah, it feels like you're just like, I need to do this and I need to do this and I need to do this. But also, I'm getting the message for you, Tammy. What is it that you're needing to commit to? Is it that you're needing to like have that I'm like hearing like sense of reality check, and I'm wondering if it's like you feel like you're not doing enough, or you're not doing enough, or you're not doing enough. Like, I need to do this and I still need to do that, and I need to, like, I'm just wondering if you just be gentle with yourself. Don't push yourself so damn hard. Yeah, it's the sense that I'm getting there for you, Tammy. Be gentle, be gentle. Okay. All right. You're welcome, Leanne. Okay, Tina. Oh, and Dorothea, I just saw you there too. Okay, Tina, this one's for Tina. Oh, two pulled out. The daughter card and dietary change. So Tina, can you please let me know if you have a daughter, first of all, before I speak any more about that? Okay, and I'm just trying to bring this up on my screen so I can see the... Facebook's being a little bit weird. Is it Facebook being weird for anybody else in Instagram? Like, it's like taking ages to load and not loading, and I'm like, is it doing this thing again? All right, so I'll wait to hear back from Tina, and if this is gonna load for me. Oh my goodness, is it gonna load? All right, Dorothea, I'm gonna pull your card while I'm waiting to hear back from Tina. So Dorothea, this is Break the Chain. Break the chain, ancestral patterns, healing and rewriting the future. So healing and rewriting the future. So this is for Dorothea, and I'm wondering if you've been doing, getting covered in goosebumps, if you've been doing like generational lineage releasing work in a way, because I just feel like if you have been doing it or whether whatever's going on for you, the clearing the generational line is, I feel like it's going to be helpful for you in being able to like clear and shift out whatever's going on. I feel that's really, really strong for you there. So breaking the chain. So obviously you can use the Triple Goddess meditation. You can use the Healing the Womb meditation. I'm getting the message that it's about the feminine lineage in particular. So I'm wondering if you've been feeling like you've been, I don't know, like ganged up on, or is there something that has like shifted for you, or yeah, you have a lot. Okay. Yeah. So like rewriting the future, and I'm wondering like clearing out all of that, has been, you know, like is also like the rewriting your future card is like really jumping out at me, and doing your past life meditations. Yeah. Okay. Awesome. So, cause the rewriting your future is really jumping out, like I said, and it just feels like we do clearing and clearing and clearing, and it's important to rewrite our future. So yes, we need to go back in the past and clear out stuff and rewrite the vows and blah, blah, blah. It's also like then coming into the now and doing mindset work and journaling to create the reality we want. Because when we clear that out, remember there's all this space, and it's important to like rewrite the future too, like in a sense of like journal every day to create that, the new future. Yeah. So it's like we clear that out, and then it's like journaling every day to rewrite the future. But I just feel like whatever's been like, I don't know, I keep hearing that like ganged up on you. And I wonder if that's like, you know, like what's been happening in the past, and, you know, like clearing that generational line of those feelings sort of thing is my sense on that as well. So yeah, and the Triple Goddess and Triune God. Awesome. So I don't think Tina's here. That's all right. I'm going to check before I pull cards. So Tammy says, thank you. Yes, so much to do. I feel like I have 100 balls up in the air. And too busy juggling that nothing is being achieved. Big changes rumbling, and I'm struggling to start the process of putting it into motion. Lots of self-care on the cards. Lots of self-care on the cards for me this week. Yes. So you can also prioritize, you know, like what's the most important thing that I need to do right now. And if you're getting like 50 things at once, it's kind of like, okay, everything can just wait. Like, you know, and it might be like your brain will be like, but I have to do this. It's just like, okay, just take some time out for me first, and it will become clear. Yeah. All right. So, okay. Can you guys let me know who's still here? I know some of you have been, but yeah. So yes, my husband's mother, sister, and his ex have been ganging up on me. Okay. All right. Because I'm like really feeling that. Okay. So, all right. So Sarah says, I'm still going through everything I've been through last year when we talked. Please give me guidance. So I'm wondering what action steps you've been taking since last year. Then when we spoke, I have a feeling I remember what that's about. But if you can let me know what action steps you've been taking in the physical, because it's all good to receive guidance, but we need to have been taking the physical steps to make the changes too. Okay, so Natalie Franklin. Okay, Natalie Franklin, fill up your well. Okay, so this is interesting, guys. Tammy's speaking about the self-care and not braiding self, and this fill up your well. So this is for Natalie. Retreat, rest, and refuel. So where do we need to just say no to everything and actually just take that time for us and be able to put ourselves first and fill up our well? Yeah, this beautiful like teal color liquid, you know, like coming into that self. Like, you know, what is that? Stepping into self, like where are you needing to say no and put yourself first, Natalie? Like what is your soul being calling you to do that you need to let go of everything else and be able to just go and prioritize self first? Now, if we feel like we can't prioritize self first, is looking at what's underneath that, what like roles are running, what like inner child, like what beliefs are running, like will my reality fall apart if I put myself first, or I'm not worthy enough to put myself first, like what is going on there? But I feel for you to Natalie, that it just feels like you've been reassessing a lot, right? You've been reassessing a lot of things at the moment, and it's like, I don't know if I can even continue doing these things, right? So yeah, so just be tuning into like what is it that I need to do for myself this week, and even like for the next month. I'm getting really strongly for you, Natalie. It's just like looking at your calendar and going, I just need to do me. And I just feel like there's a like a clearing out for you, Natalie, of like, it's not even like what's important, it's like what am I doing that I don't even need to be doing anymore, like maybe letting go of something that you thought you had to be doing, or just it just feels like a kind of like releasing stuff that you don't need to be doing anymore. Okay, thank you so much, says Dorothea. Yes, I've been putting myself first. Is so good. Yeah, and that's why they're kicking up, stinking ganging up on you, I imagine. Something like that, right? Okay. So Sarah says, I'm still struggling with addiction and I have a lot of anger all the time. Okay, cool. So outpatient and counseling. Yep. So, and so I guess I was just curious, like what sort of like counseling and support that you know, have been getting, and working out, meditation. Yep. And yeah, so I guess like the thing is when we're still struggling with addiction, it's like looking at what's underneath the addiction. So it's looking at, you know, rather than like releasing the addiction, it's looking at the trauma that we're carrying and working with people who can help you shift that trauma, because until that's shifted, nothing's really going to shift. Yes, we need to build up and work out, meditation, get support, but it's like also working with those people who can actually shift out the trauma, because that's the main thing that will keep those patterns going, right? So hopefully that helps, but it's, yeah, important to work with people who know how to shift out the deep trauma that you're still carrying. Okay, so Kathleen Emerson Harris. Okay, so Kathleen, vacuum away fear. So vacuum away fear of what, Kathleen? I just feel like there's this like there's unrest when I like feel into you and your energy field, and I keep getting it something from your past is like knocking on your door in a way, and things knock on our door when they're needing attention, when they're needing to be cleared out, when they're needing for us to face it rather than run away from it. So Kathleen, this like vacuum away fear, I feel like it's like really coming into a space of like feeling safe enough within to be able to ask for the support, ask for the help, to be able to even look at anything. Like I just feel like there's a part of you that doesn't even feel safe to ask for help. And I feel like that's part of the fear of like everything just like, you know, backing up. Like this part of the fear is really like holding, like it's like got a grip on you sort of thing, right? So in this sense, Kathleen, it's like working on feeling safe to even ask for support is a really big message that I'm getting for you there, and vacuuming away the fear in being able to even feel safe to do that. Like I keep getting that same message for you, so you can even be asking yourself, you know, like how can I start to ask for help, and even like perhaps it's even like where you're thinking of asking for help in a way and place that it's almost like maybe you're asking for help in the wrong place sort of thing. Do you know what I mean? Like if you're asking for help and it's not being received, or you're feeling supported when you ask for help, it's like kind of looking outside the box and looking for other people to support you to even to start to feel safe. So obviously we can use Archangel Michael of 100% light to, you know, clear away any, you know, negative energy or anything like that. Even in your house as well, you can like use sage or ask Archangel Michael of 100% light, just clear the energy, because that can be contributing to the like internal unrest and fear going on as well. But yeah, it's like working on that, creating that internal safety. Yeah. I know, Kylie, it's freezing. I've been freezing. I've been filming all morning, and usually the lights like heat up my room, and I'm like, actually it's still really cold. It was like hot when I was filming, and then as soon as I stopped, like got cold. I was like, wow. Okay, so Samantha is, I think Samantha is still here. So Samantha, and wait. Oh, that one just fell out. So let's have a look. Makes perfect sense. Yes, you're so welcome. All right, Samantha, write about your thoughts and feelings. So this one is quite obvious, like whether it's journaling or even like writing a book or purging out, or if you're like got a blog or you know, creating something in your life. So writing about your thoughts and feelings, but I'm getting the sense for you around like journal purging, yeah, like, and of course, like when we do a purge and we writing all of that stuff, it's important to then rewrite it with positive stuff and, you know, working on creating what you need and want to in your life. But with this writing about your thoughts and feelings, I just feel like there's like a big, like you've just gone through like a massive change, and I just feel like it's almost like you're a little bit like, like, you know, there's still doubts around what's happened, and you've been questioning, and you're like, I don't know, actually, I don't know. I kind of feel yes, but then you just kind of go back into the doubt, and I wonder if that's just because of everything that's happened. And I feel like there's a big space of trusting yourself and really coming into this place, like writing about your thoughts and feelings around really coming into like purging out to then rewrite what it is you want. But I feel like there's this deeper meaning to Samantha, in a way of like purging out, but to get support. Like, I don't know if you've got support or whatever big changes has happened. I just feel like number one, don't doubt yourself, like really getting that strongly. Like, don't, yeah, of course those thoughts are going to come up, but don't buy into them. Don't second guess your decisions. Don't second guess the fall apart or whatever has happened, but allow yourself to purge out all your fears. Like, you know, talking about releasing the fear and vacuum away fear. And then allowing that to, you know, like move out the doubts and fears in a way, yeah? And then kind of like rewriting and going, it's okay, I'm learning to trust myself. I'm learning to, you know, move forward in my life. I'm, you know, like just like, I'm learning to trust myself. I'm learning to really be aware of what I'm feeling so that I can move into more trust. You know, like I'm learning to ask for help. I'm, you know, all of that sort of thing. So yeah, you feel exactly like that. Yeah. So just like purge out, so important. You can purge out and then allow that to be rewritten. Yeah. Okay. So Sarah, happy birthday. And yeah, you keep thinking about writing a book about your life. Yeah, I did get the book. I was like, I don't know if I said it. I'm like, the obvious thing is about writing a book with that card for sure. And I wonder if that's part of the purging out and then rewriting. And like, you know, writing a book about your life is super healing. Yeah, very confronting at times, but super healing. So if you're getting that, trust that message too, yeah? As well as like blog, or, you know, I'm not sure if you've got social media or anything like that. You're very welcome. Yes, you hear from others. Yes, sage clears the vibes. Palo Santo smooths the vibes. Oh, that's so cool. Love that. Love that. Love it, love it, love it. Okay. Hi, Shari. Okay, let me just see. All right, is Jenny still here? Is Jenny Marie still here? Okay. Who else is still here? I know there's a few of you here. I just, like, I can see some people online and some people are not, and I just don't want to read for people who are not here. So, and if I've spoken to you. Yes, Jenny's here. Okay, awesome. It's feeling cold to read for you, Jenny. Okay. Ooh, a lot of releasing contracts and stuff in this live stream today, guys. Rewriting the future, rewriting the history to rewrite the future. Unbound, releasing soul patterns, contracts, and past lives. So I'm wondering if you've been doing work around that, or whether that is, and I'm getting the message about your work. I don't know. Did I read for you something about your work, or am I getting you confused with somebody else? So releasing soul patterns, contracts, and past lives. I just feel like so strongly, Jenny, I'm like, it's time to release. It's time to release. It's time to release. Like these, like you're just like bound and binded, and like binded isn't, well, binded is a word, bound is a word. Like unbound, like I just feel like it's time to release. Like it's so strong, like to release. Like if you haven't, like it's time to release. Like I just feel like that's so strong. And look, the bottom card is the initiation, rite of passage. You're going somewhere sacred. And so interesting, obviously in these live streams, guys, there's always kind of a theme, and it's so interesting, this like releasing past lives, releasing contracts, releasing soul contracts that you've had with somebody. You thought that maybe you're going to be there for a long time, or, you know, stay in their field, or, you know, last Sunday, so accurate. Okay, cool. I'm like, didn't I say this to you? I'm like, the work, I'm like, there's something about your workplace. I'm like, it's time to go. Or it's like, I don't know, even doing past life work with my past life meditation, or, you know, like any of the triple goddess, the triune god, like to release that karmic, especially the past life meditation, right, helps to release those vows and contracts that we've created and set up in our lives, you know, from past lives that create this life sort of thing. I just feel like it's time to go. Like, you just need to release. I wonder if that was the same card. I don't know. That seems really familiar. But, you know, and when we release stuff like that, this rite of passage, like you're going somewhere sacred, the initiation, like change is not comfortable. Change is not comfortable at all. All our doubts, all our fears come up, everything comes up. But when we can remember that change is leading us into a direction where we're wanting to go, where we're needing to go, where we actually maybe crave to go, sometimes it's like this dark passageway, but then we come into the light, and then we're like, oh my God, I'm so glad that I made those changes, right? And it's always important to like look back, you know, like say, put yourself 5 years ahead, like, you know, what decision do you wish you'd made? Like, you know, like where do you want to be in 5 years as well? So yeah, so interesting. I was like, I need to read for you, Jenny. It's like the same message. I'm like, are you listening? Are you listening? All right, so Matthew Corns. Oh, look, spiritual teacher Matthew, need I say any more? Your life purpose involves teaching others about healing and spirituality. I just feel like you have this kind of quiet presence about you as well, Matthew, and people are really drawn to your energy because of that. But I feel like you come, like I say, like, what did you say? Like a quiet, so like a quiet presence, but it's a strong presence. Yeah, it's quiet, but it's strong. It's like that internal stillness and internal power that people are really drawn to with you. So yeah, so if you're being called to step up and out in any way, shape or form, about stepping into a spiritual teacher as a career path or anything like that, then definitely follow that. But I feel like you already are. You're so welcome, Jenny. Okay, Dave Johnson. Okay, Dave. Oh, love life. So Dave, so the basis of your question involves your romantic life, which is now changing for the better. So what changes have been going on and or spurred on? And if it's not a current relationship, even if you are in a current relationship, like, so I'm hearing 3 years. So I don't know if that's like a relationship from 3 years ago, or what the significance of 3 years means to you. I just feel like whatever issues going on and whatever's coming up for you is in this space of being able to like whatever's happening, whatever issue, so whatever you're working through in this current relationship, or if you're not in a relationship, whatever happened 3 years ago, or the significance of a 3-year relationship is tied, like your answer is tied in unpicking that relationship, in unpicking whatever happened, you know, like in a, you know, it just feels like there's something that's kind of anchored in your system a little bit that maybe needs clearing, and that's going to kind of like spread the way forward for like that space. But also I'm getting the message there might be something you need to voice, so you might need to voice a feeling, voice something, even if it's just journaling and purging and getting it out, or voicing it to a counselor, or actually you need to literally voice something to somebody. So totally trust that as well, is the message that I'm getting for you. Yes, 3 years. Yep. Yeah. Okay. All right. So let's see. All right, so Lena, let's have a look for Lena. Okay, Lena. Okay, I know I just pulled this card before. For Kathleen, you're so welcome, Dave. So Lena, you've got vacuum away fear, which is the card I pulled before. And then if you get nervous, focus on service. So I wonder if this is about you stepping out into your business and into your life and vacuuming away the fear in regards to, you know, coming into that space of, you know, like, you know, when you are thinking of stepping out, or when you are thinking of like, oh, I need to, like, you know, hold whatever or step out more in your business, and you do have the fear, like, step into like, okay, how can I serve? Like, when we shift that train of thought and we're like, okay, how can I serve, it puts us into a different energy state rather than, oh my god, I gotta do this thing. Or, you know, like, if you get nervous, focus on service. Like, how can I serve? How can I be in my higher self and like be in this higher potential and bring this vibration to people? Of course, we all get nervous. I still get nervous going on live stream. I still get nervous when I stand up in front of yoga class and teach, but as soon as I get into it, it shifts. Yeah. So everybody feels nerves. It just depends if we keep going into that or not. The vacuum away fear, obviously you can use Archangel Michael 100% light. You can use sage, all of that. Set the space as well, even in your physical home too, clearing the energy like that as well. But also getting the message that if it seems like a over exaggerated like fear and like, oh my god, like whatever's surfacing, could do a past life meditation and clear, or the healing from the witch hunts meditation, and just do a clearing. Like, there might be something, you know, especially when we keep stepping up, different levels of stepping up, it kind of brings up, you know, I don't know, older, deeper wounds, just other stuff that's sitting there. And so we can just do a clearing of that and then continue to move forward in that space as well. Yeah. Okay. So Sarah, I know you're asking for more information and a card, but I did give you that information there as well. And you're 28 as well. And I just pulled this card for you. You're on the right path. 28 is a big turning point. When we turn 28, it's like Saturn returns, and that's kind of like, we can be like in our life just going, what the fuck's going on? This is not how I wanted my life to be. Like, it's big wake up time. Like, do you know what I mean? It's kind of like, wow, I need to get my shit together. Or like, you know, we can be falling apart and be so angry because our life is not how we expected it to be when we turn 28. Yeah. Big relationship wake up time at that point, at 28. So you're on the right path. You are doing everything. And sometimes it can feel really frustrating because we're not where we want to be. We want it to be done faster, or if it's just like, man, this is not how I expected my life to turn out. Yeah. So working with people to be able to support you in that space as well. All right. So, okay. Yeah, Saturn return for me wasn't fun at all for me either. This was never supposed to happen to me. Yeah, exactly, right? So it's being authentic with those feelings, but then it's looking at, why did my soul choose this? And then working with someone who can help you unpick that. Okay, so who's this card for? Okay, Nicola. Is Nicola still here? Yeah, Saturn return was a fucking big wake up for me too. Sure, Olivia, I will do you next. So I'm just checking if Nicola Costello is still here. Yes, okay, Nicola. I was like, good, I hope so, because I feel like it's just a message for a lot of people. Mintakan, longing for home. Longing for home, belonging, the original Lightworkers. Whew. Okay, this is like such a space where we're just like, we don't fit in, don't want to fit in, can't fit in, trying to fit in, nothing we can do, like, right? Now, this is very stemmed into, you know, like you literally have come from a different planet, like an originally, and your home is no longer in existence, like that planet. Let me just read that. It's really important. I feel like it's a really strong message because we just feel like, oh my God, what are we doing here? Like, just nothing, like kind of lose that motivation. You know, we can go through and lose motivation and lose zest for life and lose like, you know, all of that. Like it's really kind of can dip down in those spaces. Olivia says, totally shifting big time with reconfiguring energetic codes. In love with that class. I know how fucking powerful, like energetic, that's like next level, that thing that streams through me from that full moon ceremony. Oh my God. It is huge. You really want to shift, like reconfiguring energetic codes is like, it's next level. Okay, why can't I find Mintakan? Hang on a sec. It's important. I feel like I need to read this message for some reason. Mintakan right at the back. I thought it was, and then I couldn't find it. We'll select the last one. Okay. So powerful. It is. I know it's so powerful. Okay. Nicola. Mintakans are a soul group who originated on a planet on the constellation Orion. They were first star beings to travel to Earth and believed to be the original lightworkers. The Mintakans' home planet is thought to have been a water world with water so pure that you could see through it for miles. For this reason, Mintakans feel most at peace and at home when are in or around crystal clear water. To teach us to see the potential in everything and the light in all beings. Many Mintakans have an odd longing for home and struggle with feeling like they don't belong. It is thought that due to their home planet being no longer in existence, it is thought that this is due to their home planet no longer being in existence. So like this longing for home, like it's just like, it's no longer in existence. So like nowhere you feel home sort of thing. If you pull this card, it could mean that you are a Mintakan or are longing for a sense of belonging, and root chakra healing is necessary in order for you to feel secure and safe. Perhaps you feel this longing to find a home without knowing where that is. Perhaps you've been moving around a lot and yearn for a place on Earth to call your own. If so, you are being called to connect with Mother Earth and create it for yourself now. To choose where you feel most at home and create it rather than waiting for the feeling of belonging to come. So this is like, and did mention base chakra, but this is like built in the base chakra, right? Base chakra, life purpose, you know, like that sense of home. Like when we heal our base chakra, right? So if there's been any sexual trauma, if there's been any abuse, if there's been any feelings of not feeling safe in your childhood upbringing, like we excarnate out of our body and we have this like deep sense of longing for home because we're actually not grounded in our body as well, right? Like, yes, the like, you know, physical longing for home and, you know, like wanting to find somewhere where we belong and just wanting that connection. When we actually work on our base chakra, healing sexual trauma, healing whatever's going on in our reality, because our base chakra is deeply stemmed into our physical reality. So like that means everything going on in our physical reality, and like looking at healing those aspects, our soul actually feels safe enough to incarnate into our body, and we feel grounded here, and we start to feel our sense of home, meaning our physical body, rather than needing an external thing to feel safe, right? An external home, if that makes sense. So working with this is also grieving the loss of what you feel you've not had. Like if it is a connection that you're missing, like it's grieving that loss of the connection that you feel like you're longing for. Like it's important to honor and authentically feel those feelings, and then ask your soul and ask yourself the question, how can you like bring that sense of home? Like how can you feel reconnected? Like how can I find my purpose? Like what is the soul's purpose? And it's not like, oh, I've got this amazing purpose. It's just like, how can I find meaning in life again? What is the next step that I need to do on my soul's evolution and my soul's journey, right? So really, really important to just allow that space to have that sense of, you know, like feeling like you maybe don't belong, or like you're like, what is the meaning and purpose of life? But you know, when we have that sense of like reconnecting back to our physical home, our soul physical home in the body, right, by healing any traumas and wounds, and especially in the base chakra related to sexuality, because that is the place where we birth reality. Remember, yeah, we're birthed through the vagina, and we also like birth everything through into our physical world through that place. So if there's any trauma or hurt or pain around our base chakra, sexual abuse, anything like that, that can really come into like being blocked and then us not incarnating properly into our body. You're very welcome, Nicola. Okay, so Olivia, I said I'd pull a card for Olivia, and the mermaids were already calling when I spoke to you before. Okay, interesting. Sisterhood, friendship, allies, compatible souls, loyalty, joy, and delight. Now, I feel like you actually have quite a sisterhood around you, whether it's sisters, whether it's men, whether it's, I just feel like you do have a lot of connection around you. Of course, what came up in the card is you can clear out any past life, stuff around, when you didn't have this, and interesting, coming off that, longing for home, but I just feel like there is this sense of connection that you feel like there's a big, obviously you just said there's a big recalibration going on, but I also feel like, I just feel like there's something else coming through here for you, and I wonder if that's a deeper sense of connection that you're starting to step into, whether that's coming from reconfiguring energetic codes, or whether that's, I just feel like there's something that you're now reclaiming, which is that card. I just feel like you're starting to reclaim your home, you're starting to really feel that reconnection back to self. I am feeling like there's one person in particular that either wants to connect with you, or whether you are connecting with them on a deeper way, or feeling that sense of connection and belonging through one person in particular. And I don't know whether that's, I don't know whether there's a friendship circle, or whether, and there's actually someone actually needing that support from you as well at the same time. So I don't know if they're two separate people, or whether you're actually recognizing there's a certain person, and wondering if that's you're recognizing that's not maybe in alignment anymore, or something is shifting, bringing you into that next step or something. So whatever that is, I feel like there's actually been a big, deep reconnection back to self, as well as that, friendship and allies around. And I just looked at that bottom card as well. It's the guide, a guide, mentor, or trustworthy ally. And I just feel like that's deeply reconnecting back to yourself. So lots of mermaid, lots of water, reconnecting back to home. It's coming straight off the Mintakana. I really needed to read that first, didn't I? So amazing. Okay. All right. You're welcome, Olivia. Okay. Okay, is Deanne Jenkins still here? All right, Deanne. And is Elaine still here as well? Elaine Muse? Sorry if I'm pronouncing your names wrong, guys. I know there's a bit of a delay here. Okay, that's fine. Okay, Elaine's here. Not sure if Deanne Jenkins still here. Okay, Elaine. Holiday. Whether you're needing a holiday, or just come back from a holiday, or needing to take a break, or... Okay, so I feel like it is more about needing to take a break. I'm wondering, I feel like there's a big, almost bubble of energy, surfacing within you. And I wonder if you've been feeling more I just feeling this sense of okay, keep going, but there's something bubbling up from within you. And I'm wondering if the needing to take a break is so that you can process something. And I'm feeling something that happened maybe I don't know, getting November last year, or even October, November last year. I don't know what was happening for you, but I just feel something is going on, and it's kind of I don't know if you're feeling attacked. My dog, I think my dog and my cat are having words out there. So I feel this kind of bubbling up, something is what is that from October, November last year that is wanting to come out. And it's so interesting, like that kind of time frame, looking at around 9 months or so. And like when we hit that kind of 9 month space is when things actually birth out. It's kind of like, you know, like literally in the healing cycle, it's looking at, you know, that birthing cycle and wondering what's like, you know, stemming and coming up. So taking a break, obviously taking a holiday, of course, is like the normal kind of meaning of this card, yes. But when we take a break, and sometimes we don't want to take a break because intuitively we know stuff will surface, but it's important to be able to process and let stuff come out, to be able to create that internal flow, to have that joyful holiday, you know, energy space back in, because otherwise we can be bogged down and start to get depressed and wonder why we're so overwhelmed and not able to catch our breath in a way. So that's the message for you, Elaine. Okay. Tammy, yes, let me pull a card for you, Tammy. Okay, Tammy, this one. Oh, Tammy. You're welcome, Elaine. So Tammy, the Sisterhood of the Rose, Beauty and Devotion, Priestess, Mystic, and Teacher. So this is feels very similar to Olivia's card, the Sisterhood of the Rose, Beauty and Devotion, Priestess, Mystic, and Teacher. This teacher is really jumping out at me, and even like well, it's not even a triangle up the top, but I just keep getting the message really strongly about like the triple goddess and like coming into those triple goddess priestess powers. I feel like this is like a time for you really, really claiming your power, really stepping into who and what you're meant to be, and kind of not delaying that anymore. I just feel like there's almost been like these distractions that have just like kind of not pulled you off path, but you know, like this, like pulling at your energy, like, okay, I need to deal with this, I need to deal with this, and I need to deal with this, like, you know, and it's like they are like distractions. And I just feel like now's the time to just like kind of pull in your energy, like really focus this energy, focus this energy, that beam, right? And be able to channel the energy in for you rather than for other people, and to really honor that space that you need to be able to step forth into what you're being guided to do, teach, create, even if it's just like internal, I don't know, it's not internal work, it is something that you're creating in the world, but even just to have that space of allowing that energy to be channeled like for you, sort of thing. Like, does that make sense? Like, even if you're not stepping up and out in the world, it's like whatever you're being called to create needs to be protected, and no more distractions to get the thing done, is the sense that I'm getting for you, Tammy. Okay, all right, so Annie, let's have a look for Annie. This one. All right, Annie, the Heal Away Addictions card. Yeah, Heal Away Addictions. It's time to let go of behaviors that are blocking you from your heart's desire. Ask Archangel Raphael to help you with this situation, with this healing. And the turtle is jumping out at me as well. And the turtle is the moonstone, like the mother goddess in the liquid crystals. And it feels very similar energy to this one. Yeah, the turtle, the mother goddess, stepping into your powers. Because the thing with addictions is that obviously they're covering up feelings. Yeah, they're covering up what, you know, like something is wanting to come out of us, whether it's emotions, usually there's a pile of them, and then there's something else that wants to be birthed out of us. And these addictions are just a support mechanism to be able to help us function in life, because we haven't known any other way to survive, basically. And so when we start doing this work, we find that we're like, oh, like I'm covering up my feelings, or I'm distracting myself, or people are distracting me and pulling into, you know, this space. So it's like coming into really allowing yourself to work out, like, and recognize where your addictive patterns are. And it's not about stopping the addictive patterns. Remember, I always say don't try and do that, because there's stuff underneath that you need to deal with. Otherwise, you're just going to keep returning back to the addiction, right? So it's looking at what's underneath in really stepping into that space of like, okay, what am I covering up here? What am I not willing to face? What am I needing support with? What is it that I keep putting off that I know I need to do, rather than keep distracting myself? Yeah, keep getting that message: distraction, distraction, distraction. You could replace the word addiction for distraction. Heal away distractions is very similar message that I was just getting for Tammy, in like stopping all the distractions and doing what you need to do, right? So that's your message there. Okay, so okay, who else is still here? Is Pauline still here? So Tammy says, yes, very true. Hannah Goddess energy, to heal myself, to step out to do what I want to do, along the lines of spiritual teacher leader. Yes. Thanks, Hannah, for confirming this. Much love. Thank you. You're so welcome, Tammy. You're so welcome, Annie. Okay, Pauline. Singing and dancing. I just got the message that singing and dancing will lead you down the path that your like heart and soul is craving to go. I'm wondering if you've been feeling a little bit depressed, or a little bit shut down, or a little bit like just almost at a loss for direction. But I don't know if it's that. I wonder if it's just almost like this, just kind of going through the motions or something, like, of life, and it's just a little bit monotonous, or it almost just feels like you've kind of come to this phase, like this space of like, do you know what I mean? And I think that's kind of just the wheels, monotonous like space. But it's like the singing and dancing is going to bring you to the path where you're wanting to go. Like it's going to open up that energy. It's going to open up that space. And I wonder what that is in your heart that is kind of like, it's like you've been going through life, and then all of a sudden it's almost like you've got a heavy heart in a way, just like and I just feel like the singing and dancing is representing like the joy. And I'm wondering if you've been getting thoughts lately around things to do, or just like new thought patterns or ideas, or something along those lines that will bring you joy. But I'm wondering if you're almost resisting taking that action or doing the joyful things to be able to like come into that space to trust your heart again. Perhaps I'm wondering if there's like doubt in your heart, or you're like kind of getting to this space. And I feel like, don't even try and figure it out. I feel like the only thing you need to figure out is to be able to do what brings you joy, to come into that space that brings you joy, to come into that space that, will bring your heart alive again. Like, what are the things that you used to do that would bring your heart alive? Now, sometimes when we do the spiritual work, things that we once enjoyed change. And if it's that, what's coming into like, well, what now brings me joy? And sometimes there's a gap between like knowing and not knowing, and we just need to be okay with that space. Like, even as I was saying to one of my clients the other day, like, she's like, I'm really numb, I just feel really numb. And I'm like, yeah, well, numb is also a feeling, right? It is a feeling, just like happy, joy, sad, whatever. Feeling numb is a feeling. And when we just be with that feeling, just like we are with any other feeling, that's when it shifts as well. Okay, so the only thing you need to figure out right now is what brings your heart alive. And sometimes that might be a big cry, because that joy and bringing that energy back in, even just body movement, like whether it's exercise or being out in nature or literally singing and dancing, and whatever brings your heart alive is going to lead you to the path that you've been looking for. Yeah. So that's for Pauline. Okay. Is Jade still here? Jade Randall. She's still here. Okay, is Sherry still here? All right, and I'm going to pull a card for Katrina. As soon as I can see that one right there. So do some research. You need more information about this situation. Look into it before proceeding further. So I'm getting the sense that actually more information will be revealed to you, Katrina. That yes, obviously you need to, I feel like just wait a minute, like don't kind of rush into the situation. I'm like, just hang on a second. I don't feel like you need to kind of go searching for the information, like figuring it out. I just feel like you're actually going to, like a lot more information is going to be shown to you, Katrina. Like just kind of hold your ground, just keep doing what you're doing, but just don't make a decision yet. I'm feeling like just kind of just stay in that space of like, okay, just it's going to be shown to you. Yeah, as I do more research, I'm like, the information's coming. Yeah, that you know, like that window, that hexagonal portal window, I just feel like it's coming. Yeah, the information and what you need to make a decision, like don't make a decision yet, like more information is coming that's going to be able to support that decision. Yeah. Okay, awesome. So Jade and Sherry are still here, so I'm going to do Jade first. So Jade, Jade, eternal love. So help me perceive all of the love that surrounds me so that I can feel safe receiving, expressing, and giving love. So is there like a pool of doubt? Is there a mirror reflection going on in your reality that I feel like there is something going on in your reality that you are making it the same as your reality, but actually your reality is different to whatever you're seeing or I don't know if experiencing. I feel like there's something that is in your reality that you're like making it the same as your reality, but your reality is not that. And I feel like just to kind of like separate yourself from whatever influence of reality is somebody else's reality that you're trying to make it, I don't know, it's not that you're trying to make it your reality, it's that you think that it is. And actually it's not. That's their story, that's their life, that's their like influence even. So this like eternal love, it's kind of like actually the truth of what's in your reality, Jade, is that whoever is around you, even yourself, loves you for who you are, and that whatever's going on in the external reality is actually not got an influence, or I don't know if influence is the right word. It's like it's not what's happening in your reality, and to separate those two. So I don't know if that makes sense to you. She says, yes, I always doubt. Okay, cool. Because I'm like, it seems like a real separating of like what your reality is and what somebody else's reality is, instead of taking on like, you know, like even just like friendship talk or something. And then it's kind of like, it's almost like you take it on and don't even realize, and then you doubt and create that in your own reality when that's just not even the truth of it. Like just, yeah, like separate your energy and that from that. So yeah, hopefully that makes sense for you with whatever's going on. Might have to unpick that a little bit and just like clearing your energy like every single day, like meditating, getting your connection clear, so then you can separate what's yours and what's not, is a sense there. Okay, Sherry or Sherry? I think it might be Sherry. All right. Okay. So this is for Sherry. Oh, and there's two. Sherry, base chakra and be willing to forgive. So base chakra, as a lot of base that's been coming up in this live stream. So like trusting self, trusting your reality, trusting your reality, and not be influenced by other people's projections, other people telling you, other people like, you know, all of that, right? You're so welcome, Jade. You're so welcome. So it's kind of like trusting your reality, validating your own reality, not taking on what other people think, you know, when we can, you know, so this is really strong for you, Sherry. So we've had an experience, we tell somebody, that person tells us that's not how it is actually, and then we take that on, and so our base chakra closes down, our heart closes down, and we kind of get this muddled thing, and we're like, geez, I don't know, did that happen? Or maybe I am crazy, or like, do you know what I mean? Like we invalidate our own reality. And I'm getting the sense so strongly for you, Sherry, around trusting yourself And again, that separating, so there's a lot of messages here at the end around separating our reality from somebody else's reality, and like clearing our energy and really trusting ourselves and what's right for us over what somebody else has told us, over what we think we need to do because of what someone else is doing or what they've said, right? And to be willing to forgive. Now, as I always say with forgiveness, I say fuck forgiveness. I say heal the hurt and the pain in your heart and whatever happened in your experience, because until you actually heal what's going on in your own heart, that forgiveness will, you know, be like, oh, I should forgive, and like we're seething underneath, and that's when we bury even more of our reality, of our authentic feelings about how hurt we are from the situation or whatever it is. The other message I'm getting really strongly, Sherry, is that it's affecting your finances. So whatever, I don't know if you've got financial stuff going on. So Sherry says, yes, a lot of problems with this from childhood. Yes, yeah. So I can feel it stems from, yeah. So any financial struggles that you've got going on, or something about money for you, is related and connected to this. So clear this out and really separate, you know, your reality from their reality. Sometimes that means taking a break from people that have been, you know, the cause of it, and then unpicking what's been going on for you to come back into the space, or the clearer space. That might be a big chunk of time, but that's also going to unblock your base chakra, so you're going to feel safe. You're going to you know, shift the financial blocks. Like, you know, when people say, oh, the financial blocks, oh, it's this, and it's like, actually, what's the relationship going on? Because that's the financial block, right? So yeah, so this is for Shari. So maybe it's got something to do for you, because that's yeah, resonance, if you've asked that question. So that's for that. That's for you, Sherry. That's for that. Okay. Michelle. I'm going to pull a card for Michelle. This one. I've been in hermit mode, very tired and drained. Yeah. So when we're very tired and drained, obviously it's like clearing our energy, seeing who's draining our energy. But also when we start to feel very drained and tired, drained and tired, some big trauma can be surfacing. Yeah, and we want to go into, like, you know, hermit mode. We want to kind of be away, and we want to, like, do you know what I mean? We're like, because this is coming up and it's really uncomfortable, and we need time to process. So yes, we need to clear our energy and blah, blah, blah. But when we can be very tired and want to run away from the world too, is because we have something big surfacing that's coming up for clearing. Okay, so this is for Michelle card. Michelle, ooh, telepathy. Check out the beautiful image on this card. Telepathy, non-verbal communication, energetic pulses, and mind reading. So I'm getting so strongly for you something about nature. Like, of course, yes, this has a obvious meaning around telepathy with people communicating with humans, with animals, with, you know, just reading people's minds, or knowing who's texting you before you even, you know, look at the phone or anything like that. But for some reason, I'm getting really strongly for you around nature. Now, whether that's about connecting back to your true nature, whether that's about connecting back to your heart and, you know, having that reconnection of self so your intuition is stronger, but something about nature. So yes, connecting back to your true nature, like connecting back to your soul, but I feel like there's something else around nature, and whether that's spending time in nature is amplifying your intuitive abilities, but something with the trees, like the forest and the trees, like, well, I assume that's like trees in the background, maybe it's not, the mermaids, but anyway, getting the message about trees for you. And the reconnection. Now, obviously, like, trees are very connected to the heart. Trees also have a lot of like history stem back with the Druids and all that, like Celtic energy as well. So wondering if there's some like roots to be reclaimed from past lives. And obviously this is the heart, and the tree is very connected to the heart. So I wonder what heart stuff is going on for you, and about trusting your intuition around, you know, what it is in relationships. So the heart relationship, is there a relationship that's in your reality that it's about trusting the depth of it? There's something, and I feel like, you know, it's almost like I see you like jumping through the heart, like, and down into the earth or something. So it's like really reconnecting back to the truth of the matter, reconnecting back to the earth, like earthing your reality, earthing your truth, earthing who you are. Like I've just, yeah, that reconnection is really, really strong. So trusting any intuitive and, you know, mind reading and energetic pulses that you're receiving, definitely. And trusting your heart over anybody else is really, really strong there for you, Michelle. So that's that one. Definitely feeling that. Yeah. Sounds like awesome confirmation for you. Like just that trust and that reconnection back to self. So yeah. All right, I got one more. Time for one more. Did you want to let me know who's still here? Is Shari still here? I know there's Sherry and there's Shari. Is Shari still here? Yeah, you're so welcome, Michelle. So welcome. All right. See if Shari's here. And if not, who's still here that hasn't been read? Oh, Shari is here. Okay. There's a delay in the in the thing. Okay, Shari, this one is for you. I felt called to read Shari if she was still here, and she is. So Shari, okay, this one. Oh, God is in charge. God is in charge, woman. Let go of control. You've done enough and everything else is being taken care of. And dear God, please help me let go of this situation, giving it in faith and trust to your divine wisdom and infinite love in order to resolve and heal everyone and everything involved. Everything and everyone involved. So let go, let go, let go. Like, I just feel like you have done enough. I feel like there's nothing more you can do in this situation, but just stay true to keep turning up to what you need to do, right? In that way. And keep trusting that God is in charge. Like, and it's like, okay, like every time you try and figure something else out, it's kind of like, you know, set reminders on your phone, like in that regard of, you know, like, okay, God is in charge, hand it over to the God, hand it over to the angels, like whatever you want to say, like hand it over, like set reminders on your phone, like, oh, I'm thinking about it again, hand it over. And what does that mean? In a sense of literally like seeing like God's hands in a way coming down, or the angels' hands, you know, and literally you're just getting all this stuff out of your brain and going, here, take it. And then you get back to doing what you're doing. And then you're like, I'm thinking about it again. Here, please take it. Like, do you know what I mean? Like literally emptying your brain and doing that. And the other, like the bottom card of the deck, and it's interesting because I think it was Tammy. Was it Tammy that, you know, like I pulled this card for, this is the bottom card of the deck, is be gentle with yourself. Like stop berating yourself, stop beating yourself up, because that beating yourself up is being reflected in your reality. But it's also like, you know, like you've done enough and you're doing everything that you need and can do. And any other trying to figure out how you're going to resolve this situation is like driving you insane and exhausting. And it's like, just be gentle with yourself. Like God is in charge. Like just do what you need to do. But then anything else that you're trying to figure out or think about, it's like hand it over and go and take care of yourself. Like there is nothing more you can do but be gentle and drop into gentleness and kindness and keep handing over the situation. Yeah, you've done everything you can do. All right. Thanks for joining live, guys. Sunday, Psychic Reading Sundays. That is our Psychic Reading Sundays for today. And if you're wanting a private psychic reading, obviously you can find that on my website and book in, or you can send me a message or email me, hannah@realityawareness.com, and I'll send you all the information to be able to get a private psychic reading. Of course, if you want unlimited psychic readings for 21 days or 3 months and celebrating 3 years of Tuesday Tarot, is the Goal Reacher program, and that is unlimited access via WhatsApp, and there's also phone calls as well, and that you can ask me for as many psychic readings or as many questions or just that support for as much as you need any time of day over a 3-month period. Is the Goal Reacher program. Obviously we can shift and heal so much because there is distance healings in there as well. So I will put the link in the comments actually. Yeah, thank you so much, Leanne. You're so very welcome. You learn so much. Yeah, there's a lot. There's a lot you can learn, watch and learn for sure. So I'm going to put the link to the Goal Reacher program in the comments here with all the information. That's for the month of August. That program is usually $3,500, not almost $3,500. For the month of August, it is $997. So that's a big saving, and being able to have unlimited access to me, private unlimited access to me for 3 months, for anything that you need to shift or move to your next goals, or if you don't know what goals and you're just needing support, that is an awesome program where you've got unlimited access to me all the time. Okay, thank you so much. Yes, happy weekend, beautiful Reality Awareness Tribe. I love you to bits, and I shall see you next Sunday, if not before. Namaste.